Hey everyone, welcome to this winter solstice multidimensional experience and meditation. I'm Aisha Love, your host, and I got the best compliment today in feedback and that I want for all of you, which is someone told me that they see me as a child, that I'm childlike, I'm playful, right? That is what we are all aiming for, is to lighten up and make this much more of a play in the game that it actually is. So that's the spirit of this winter solstice experience and meditation, is to lighten up. So whether you have a really nifty, fun candle, battery powered like this, I think that I got this at Williams Sonoma years ago. And every morning, pre-dawn, I'm up in the dark and this automatically comes on when you light it, and then it turns itself off. And I sit in the dark with the light. It's very symbolic. Watch the stars. Take some time for yourself before the rest of the world gets up. This is a really precious time of the day. The photonic energy, photons, P-H-O-T-O-N-S, are not busy from everyone's thought collective buzzing about in your region. So it's a really wonderful time to be present with yourself, to process, to just be in the midst of all the doing, and get this, to enjoy yourself. What? So I've surrounded myself with all the things I love from my own childhood and that make me feel so good, right? So I've got my beautiful wolf painting, and there's the love on the wall. This beautiful wreath behind me, and of course the poinsettia, right? And some fun stuff. Actually, this ornament is just so good. I gotta show it to you. So who doesn't love the Bumble, right? From Rudolph, the movie. This ornament also reminds me of a photo that my father took before he crossed over. I think it was in 2008 or so, with one of his grandchildren sledding in an inner tube like this. So just a lot of fun. You all know me and the Sasquatch people, right? So what's coming in to share right now with everyone is beware the two sides of the same coin. One being overly involved in materialism and distraction to the neglect of your being, and overly resistant to the materialism, pushing against it, rejecting it. Just let it be. Just let it be. Okay? Yeah. The reason for that is because a lot of your vital life force energy is going into rejection rather than creation. Flip the physics, people. Of course, I love to light a white candle at this time of year, so let's go ahead and do that. And I hope you're enjoying that harp music. Wonderful. So we have our flame. We have our music. Do we have our joy? Place a hand on your heart. And just take an inventory. What's your joy been like today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime? Yeah, so this is all going to be about increasing our joy quotient, okay? So I'm not gonna blow you out of your socks with huge energy. We're gonna do probably I imagine some key changes and attunements. What's coming through now that it's just so important that you develop and curate a conscious, intentional practice of joy. Using our free will choice to choose joy. So this meditation experience, please revisit it as often as you need to. And I know it might be tempting to say, how do I do that? By simply choosing. We are that powerful. You can flip the switch, right? I do it a lot. I can feel myself, maybe I've downslid and I'm like, ooh, where did you go? We don't want to be down there, right? Ancestral lineages, traumas in this lifetime, the general malaise, right? Ill at ease that the collective is constantly co-creating. So it is a little bit like going to the gym. We're gonna go to the joy gym. We're gonna get a good workout in, and pretty soon you will be toned and conditioned and attuned to just stay in that higher frequency. I don't think much about it anymore because I've cultivated this for myself, but people are always reflecting back to me. You glow, you radiate, you seem like you're having so much fun. I like being around you, right? Because there's a lightness of being. Now, to be clear, this isn't toxic positivity and a bypass. I have been through the crucible and then some. I've faced and integrated a lot of my shadow and fear. So I'm a huge proponent of that work, right? Shadow work is where true self-liberation and self-mastery is at. And at a certain point, you have to consciously make key change corrections in the joy mindset in order to maintain it. In the same way that you have to work out in order to condition the physical body, we have to work our emotions to condition the emotional, psycho-spiritual body. I'm sure this is making sense to you at this point. Okay, so let's go deeper in. So place a hand on your heart, close your eyes, drop in to your heart center, take a few nice deep breaths. And as you take those breaths, each breath, imagine your heart center expanding out in all directions. And on the exhale, let clear. Now, just to know, your breath probably didn't do that. Somewhere along the line, it probably got caught and went, okay. That means you should be using my daily meditation on the daily clearing and grounding and really getting it cleared out. So again, let's just breathe in to the heart center and expand it even wider this time. And then clear out. In. Nice big heart center, 50 feet across, and then out and clear. We're gonna do 2 more of those breaths. 100 feet across this time, big heart center, and release and clear. Last big breath like this. Just hold it at 100 feet out. Like a giant, beautiful balloon expanding. Now fill it with white light, sparkly, pearlescent, opalescent light. There we go, bringing in the white rainbow plasmas from source. Yep. And then clearing out. And you're probably already feeling much lighter. That's where the laughter comes from. You might even feel like you're not fully, you might even feel like you're not even fully here because you've expanded into your non-locality. So just take a moment and gently come back in the room. I don't want you to go too deep. I want you to really feel this. You feel the difference? Yeah. You might even feel taller. You might feel like you're about to levitate a little bit. And if you're not feeling that, I would highly recommend using the daily grounding and clearing meditation twice a day for like 7 days and then come back to this. It'd be so much easier to bring that white rainbow plasma through. This is like, effervescent bubbles. You don't need to drink champagne, you just become it, right? It's like you could cut out the middleman of like why people drink champagne to feel happy and bubbly, and you can just become the bubbles, right? So I think that will be the tagline for this experience. Become the bubbles. Okay, so let's go back in. So now that you've got a little effervescence going, place your hand on your heart and drop back down in. Notice how much easier it was this time. Maybe the first time to drop out of the mind into the heart took a little effort. Like, oh, right, yeah, I can do that. Now it's just like, woof, right back there. Because you opened and cleared and filled that energy center with so much love. Let's come back to that place. There we go, the expanded heart center. Feel yourself in the middle of it. Okay, I'm being guided to have you imagine yourself, because this is very close to what this is like, inside of your own snow globe that you've created. You've already created it energetically, multidimensionally. Now, create like you would in a higher dimension using thought form. What do you want to put in there? Do you want a little bit of snow to come drifting down? Do you want a snowman? Some pine trees? Some sleds? Maybe a cottage with a little wisp of wood smoke curling out into the night air? A starry sky? So these are just ideas. I saw a red cardinal pop in. It can be anything you want. I see a stream, half frozen, half flowing. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet now, and you take that inspiration into your own creation. I'm being prompted to share with you that you're creating in the imaginal realm, in kind of the shamanic tradition. So you may have experiences that you don't feel like you're curating because they're able to meet you there, including our interdimensional friends, wink, wink. I'll let you go back to enjoying that space that you've created in your own personal multidimensional snow globe. Loved ones from the other side may even visit you here. You can come back to this portion of the reverie at any time. I'm being invited to ask you to go ahead and make a set of wishes or intentions in this space now. Just as you were able to create so effortlessly in this particular imaginal realm, go ahead now and bring your dreams and your heart's desires. It could be very small in your mind or very large. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's coming from your heart, not from your mind. So let whatever wants to arise from your heart now that brings you great joy to make its way into this space. Beautiful. I could feel all that energy come. You may not even know exactly what it is, but I could feel all of the heart energy. Beautiful. Okay, now just take a moment to reflect on how far you've come in this human journey. We're often so future looking. Just take a moment. to have gratitude and appreciation for how much road you have traveled, how you have walked, the mountains you've climbed, the valleys you've traversed, the highs and the lows and all of it. And know that there are no mistakes because there's no right way. There's only experience. So let go of any old judgments you've been harboring against yourself, any shame, negative thoughts, negative self-regard. Let's clear all that out before this new year. Just clear it all. There we go. Yeah. That frees up a lot of inner space, especially in the seat of the will here in the third chakra energy center. So I can feel all of this space and energy that's been freed up, and we're being invited now into your highest joy. So think of anything that brings you great joy. Maybe your pets, grandchildren, the way the air smells by the sea, or the first little hint of wood smoke in the fall, whatever that is. But yeah, there we go. I can feel the energy shift. This is our birthright, is to feel this way. And the more of us that curate this, the easier it becomes. Just like lifting a weight for the first time might be hard and you can't lift much, but over time, much easier, and you can lift much more. So we can lift much more density with our fields when we're practiced. We want to call us bringers of joy, right? It's like joy practitioner. Okay, and then if you haven't already come out, just open your eyes and join me here. Just notice what you notice is different. Yeah, feels a little bit different than when we went in. Probably quieter in the mindscape, more expansive, definitely bubblier. Permission to laugh more into this new year and uncap the joy quotient. So come back and revisit this reverie, this meditative experience often until a new level of joy is your norm. And to quote something that came to me in a meeting earlier today, other people might think you're a little strange or crazy, but just remember these big ideas for humanity and improving the status quo. It's nuts until it's not. I love you all so much. Happy winter solstice. Thanks for increasing your joy quotient with me. I love you.